So I just got this in the mail. This is one of those Mewaii Plush. I've seen these all over the internet for a bit, and I have wanted one, but they are a bit expensive. They were on sale for Prime Day, so I went and got this one. It's got a design on it that's like Halloween themed, and I really liked this design. So right now it's still in its bag, so you can see that it's vacuum sealed, and then I'm gonna cut it open and see what it gets to be like. It's already starting to puff up. So right now it's still pretty flat. You can see that it's still pretty flat, and this is how long mine is. Mine is the second smallest, so most of them are advertised as being like body pillows, and they're, I think the biggest one's like 57 inches. Mine, I think, was 23 inches, 25 maybe. The smallest was 19 inches, and I was fine with it not being body pillow. Those were just way too expensive for me, even with them being on sale. Here's the little tag. So that's the brand. It's little tails back there, and here's more of a close-up of the design. I think the design is really nice, and there are a bunch of Halloween ones. Like, it looked like they had a bunch of special ones for Halloween, and there was like one or two that were glow in the dark. I liked one of the blue glow in the dark ones, but this was my favorite for the design on its stomach. It's got this little plant up here, and I think it's really cute. It's very soft, and I think once it fluffs up, it's definitely going to be nice to squeeze and cuddle and everything. I can also use it as a neck pillow. I know some people were using the smaller ones as neck pillows. So here's my hand and arm kind of for reference. I do have a very small hand though, so that only helps so much. And I can maybe get another clip in a little bit to see how well he's puffed up. So it's still pretty flat right now. This is still pretty pancake flat, but a lot of people were saying in reviews that it'll puff out, so that's where it is right now. It has fluffed up a little bit more. I've messed around with it and kind of, pulled at it and moved around the stuffing inside. One of the things that I had noticed was you can see here that some of the fabric where it should be dyed this blue, that it's still like white there, and then there's the same issue here, and this is an area where it was folded, and so there's kind of wrinkling stuck in here, and I don't know if that will fix, but I don't think so because of how the dyeing of the fabric was done. I think it's just going to be kind of stuck like that. And for this particular guy, it doesn't really bother me. I didn't pay too much for it. It's a small one and I got it on sale, but I would say for people that maybe get the bigger ones and are paying a lot of money, those big ones are expensive, that would be something that would be upsetting. I think it'd be annoying, and I would also just think maybe that would just be a reason to maybe not spend a ton of money on getting the big ones, is because this is still a big company mass producing, and you're going to be paying a lot of money for things that are going to have imperfections because they're just not going to be able to do things on a level that like a smaller company would be able to do. There's just going to be things like this. So I guess if it matters to you, that's something to think about. I mean, other than that, it seems to be in good shape. It came with these instructions that I was just looking at to get them in focus, but it's basically about, let me lay them down here. It came with these instructions, which is how to get them all fluffy, and then if it gets dirty, how to clean it. I don't know that I'm going to put it in the dryer like they say. They say that in order to get it, I guess, to its maximum fluffiness, to put it in the dryer and tumble dry it for 5 minutes on low, and that should also get wrinkles out. But we don't usually do the washer or dryer just for a single item, and we just did clothes yesterday, so I seriously doubt that anyone in my house is gonna think it's a good idea to put this guy in by himself. I guess if anyone else has anything to put in, but I'm probably just gonna avoid that step. I don't know that it's necessary. So, yep. Here's my Mewaii plush after a day of sitting, and then I also did tumble dry him, so you can see that it did fluff up a lot. The tumble dry, it said do it low for 5 minutes, and that really helped it fully fluff up. Just sitting, this area, this part of the body was pretty good, but down here was still pretty flat, and now the whole body is really nice and fully fluffy. It's very soft. The wrinkles still didn't really come out, so if that's something you care about, that's just to know. that doesn't really bother me in any way, but so here's the little wings that I don't know if I really showed last time, but there's these little wings, and it's got this little plant detail right there, and you can see that this is all stitching, and then this is printed on. So I think it's very nice, and I'm happy I got it. I think that the bigger ones are possibly not worth the money, but I guess I can't say that without actually having one of them. But I would say just because there are some imperfections, but I'm still really happy with it and with the size. I do have a tape measure just to see what this comes out to. So I'm doing tip of the head there. I might have to take two hands for a second and put this down for 1 second. Okay, so I have it down at the tip of its head, down to here. I guess around here would be, so I'm going to say around 26, because around here would probably be the bottom. And I'm not holding up there tight, so this is inexact, but I mean, I would call top of the head to bottom 26 inches. I don't remember what it had said. I can put that in the description or on the screen, but it was like 23, 25, something like that. So I don't know where the measurement points are exactly, but I mean, I would say it's not smaller than what they're saying, as far as I can tell. So that is my unboxing and review of this guy.